So in some ways, modern civilization has really taken us out of the mystery and the miracle. Our minds are narrowly focused with social media and all this entertainment and all, people really are biohacking and, hacking this and hacking, bam, 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 bam. We're going to maximize ourselves. And I love all that stuff. I think it's great. But if our end goal is to like, gotta get, I gotta go here, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do all these things, then, you know, if you have time for contemplation on your deathbed, um, when if you were ill or terminally ill, there's a chance that those of us who just go, 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 I gotta be better, I gotta be better, I gotta be better, I gotta be better. There's a chance that we may wish that we didn't miss the mystery and the magic of life. We may realize, oh, that was what was important. That's what was important. All of life is a mystery and a miracle. That statement may seem a little oversimplistic, a little naive, or maybe like I'm lying to myself. If you hear me out, maybe you'll begin to agree. Our minds try to control things, understandably. They try to understand things so they can control things. Our minds want to know the next step and why things happen. And, our minds, if you're like most people, are obsessed with our inner workings because we've got psychology and self-help and spiritual practice now. And like, how can I fix all this and make it the way I want it to do? And how can I fix my body and my career and my outer life and my spouse and my job and my status symbol, my status. We're obsessed with how can we stop the warming of the planet? How can we make it rain or not rain? Or if there was a way to just control everything with the push of a button, most of us do it. We would probably fight over who gets to there'd be wars over who gets to push the button. But we're missing the mystery and the miracle right under our nose because we're so busy trying to fix ourselves and heal ourselves and change ourselves, and so busy trying to get things. And so the mystery and the miracle of life is all around us, and it's a deeper reality than what our mind is obsessed with. Now, I believe we can't really help what our mind's obsessed with, and I have my own ways of helping people begin to see the mysteries and the miracles. But let's talk about a mystery. We have science that tells us that we're bones, some kind of living flesh, self-repairing skin, some sort of material that's flexible and durable, but yet allows for a sense of touch. And we've got these things right here that allow us to look at things for most of us. And we have joints that stay together but move. We've got tastes and hearing for most of us, and we breathe in chemicals. Not talking about the pollution. And then we exhale chemicals, and it helps fuel our bodies. And we eat food and process it, and the things that we can use, we store or burn for fuel, and things that we don't need, we get rid of as waste. But that's not to be overlooked. That is a miracle. That is a mystery and a miracle. Even if you're religious or spiritual and you have a idea in your mind about why we're here and it's a mystery and a miracle. It's a mystery and miracle that we're on this planet, some kind of spheroid that's rotating and in space, and we may think we understand what we're in space. That's a mystery and a miracle. Our mind classifies and categorizes things and puts it away like, oh, yeah, we're on a planet. Planet that has air, the right type of oxygen and whatever else is in the air that we need. It happens to grow food, plants, and it cleans the air, and so much that we can eat. There's all these animals, and they all work together in harmony somehow. It kind of looks chaotic with foxes hunting bunnies. I don't know if that's true or not, but ants, and someone told me there was like 100 and something types of beetles, or no, roaches. I don't know, maybe it's beetles, but I mean, just at the fact that this planet came together, whether you believe there was a God created it or it just bang and it popped together, it's a mystery either way. I wasn't going to go there, but the word God is a mystery and a miracle, even if you're super deeply believer in God. And I mean, we don't really know what a God is, right? It's a mystery and it's a miracle. If you don't believe in God, everything I'm saying is still a mystery and a miracle. Our minds gloss over so much, and that's why it's so easy. I was talking to my wife tonight. We were coming back from when it's really hot where we live, we'll go walk in the mall. I like to be around people and see people, and I like to look at things in stores. I'm not really a big shopper, unless it's, we need something and I research it and make a plan. But I like to look at things. I don't want to digress, but even that's a mystery and a miracle. We've got hundreds or millions, or thousands or millions of people that are manufacturing goods and services and all these. You just walk up to places and get online, and there these things are. That's a mystery and a miracle. But anyways, we were walking in the mall and came back, and she was talking about how she's, awareness comes in waves, right? You're aware about things, and then you kind of fall asleep, and you're aware of things, fall asleep. And she was becoming aware of like how amazing our life is. And a lot of people's standards, we are not living an amazing life. We're not living in fancy houses and traveling the world, posting on Instagram or wherever you're supposed to post it these days. And I can just go on and on. But anyway, so we're, we live a very simple life. We call it's our bubble. It's our bubble of peace. But anyways, she's just starting to really come to her, again, like, wow, we really have a wonderful life with, the the peace and the love we have, and our house is a good fit for us, and we have delicious, nutritious food that resonates with our bodies and for our sons. And she was just talking about all these different things. And these are things that, I don't think about on a regular basis. Sometimes I do, but I don't want to say I think about it, I'm aware of, but just, hey, wow, look at everything. So, our minds can be caught up in, we don't have this and we don't have that, and I'm not good at this and I'm not good at that, and versus seeing the mystery and the miracle of what we've been given and what's around us and what surrounds us. So it's a mystery and miracle, our individual selves, brain and our guts and our heart, and this, talking about senses, like, oh, when you see things, not only do you see things, but you can have feelings in your heart and your body about things. You can repel, you can watch something beautiful, and your body relaxes, your heart opens, you feel divinely, heavenly inspired. You can hear things that, it seems kind of odd if we're just machines. Why is it we can see beauty, see beautiful things that stirs us emotionally? How is it that we can hear things that stir us emotionally, or get us angry, or get us sad, or make us afraid, or discordant, and it gets on our nerves? And how is it that we can eat food that just makes us feel, oh, wow? How is it that we have a sense of wanting to belong and care and compassion and empathy for people, and holding hands and hugging people, and we have babies, and our babies were born, and it's so exhausting. I am firmly convinced the reason babies are so amazing is because so parents wouldn't just put them in the woods and walk away. Right? You're just so tired, and the baby's crying, and poopy diapers, and you're just like, well, I thought I wanted kids, and I'm out of here. No, you're just like so tired, so exhausted, and you just see this baby, and your heart opens, and you just feel wonderful. I know the divorce rate's really high, and people have very challenging relationships, but it's a miracle when you meet somebody and you fall for them, you see the good in them, and they see the good in you, and you temporarily, for most of us, temporarily are lifted up. Oh, yeah, you can't discount that falling in love high. Now there's love that matures over time, and as my wife and I have been through so many hard times. Our relationship from once we got together has been, we had a emergency room visit every 6 months or a year. I think every 6 months for like 3 or 4 years. We went through aneurysms and full body rashes and spine racing towards the heart, and our kids were born sick, and I have all my chronic I'm always just one little sudden movement away from some sort of muscle tweak or something. I had abused my body pretty hard as a teenager and 20 and maybe 30-year-old. I think I'm paying the price for a lot of that, but it's still a miracle that we go through hardship. Like, babies are hard, but then they're beautiful. Relationships are hard, but they're beautiful. And that kind of love I was talking about, when you go through hard things with someone and your respect, your admiration for them grows over time. And hopefully for yourself, your admiration and respect grows over time. It's just a mystery and a miracle. Just how we've all grown with technology and all that. In some ways, our emotional and heart development hasn't really caught up to our ability to make chemical fertilizer and food and take resources out of the earth. We're not quite mature enough yet. But there's still time, in my opinion. Some of you may not believe that there's time, but I think there's time. Even if the whole thing collapses tomorrow, it's still a mystery and a miracle. I got a talk that'll probably be posted up here sometime, but there was one time that I was, after my depression left, and I could feel my heart so much better. I was deathly ill in the Miami airport. Deathly ill. And I remember feeling like I'd been just sick and sick and sick in the bathroom, and I was feeling like I'm just going to lay on the floor and pass out. And then this fear rose up, and this fierce determination, like, what if you die? Do not pass out. Do not pass out. Get up and go find help. And so I stumbled out of there and was taking these little 100-year-old man steps, just trying to hold on to chairs and things to try to get to them. I remember the people behind the counter at whatever airline were looking at me with these big eyes like, what is coming towards us? But as soon as I could get close enough to be like, I need a doctor, they were like, oh, you're sick. Okay. Is there? They got me seated, and they called the, I guess, paramedics or somebody, and they came and got me and took me to the hospital. And I got an IV. It was, I think, besides whatever food poisoning I had that just makes you feel weak and tired, I was dehydrated, like, holy cow. And it was, I was so, my head hurt so bad, and I was so just, not happy with this. In some ways, I really kept having these thoughts, like, I just wish I just died. Even though I was doing steps and all, but I remember just like, my head hurts too bad, I can't take it. And I was pissed. I'm like, I am not gonna feel grateful for this. Don't give me that grateful crap. Don't make me feel. And then I don't know, at some point my headache went down, and maybe it's the next day, I don't know when it was, but there was a point when I couldn't help it, I couldn't stop it, and I didn't want to stop it anymore, but the gratitude just started creeping up in me. Like, wow, isn't it amazing? We have like hospitals, and we've got paramedics, and they know how to do IVs, and like, it's just a mystery and a miracle. It is wonderful. And not to mention, we have iron birds that fly in the sky, and automobiles, and we have the internet. It's just connecting us all together. Some immature people are using it to exploit others, but they may not do it forever. We have time to learn and to grow. It's my opinion. And so it's a miracle. I work with people all over the world. I meet people in all these countries, and you can sell things online, or write about things, or make videos, and or do social media, and chat with people, and post and read each other's posts. That's a mystery and a miracle. I could go on and on and on, and obviously my list is small, but let's say that technology goes away. I read a science fiction story, short story, years and years ago. It was like the classic work or best works of sci-fi or something, and this big, thick volume. And this one was about the most advanced civilization in the galaxy or whatever. So there was people on different planets who knew about each other, and this the second most advanced civilization finally got the right technology to go visit the most advanced, and they show up and everybody's gone. There's all these huge crazy high-tech cities, and no one's there. They're going through all the cities, and they're trying to. So they brought this team. They got to figure this out. Where do these people go? What did they know? And then what can we pick up? They're trying to pick up tech and figure things out, and so they can grow to be, learn from the other people's advancements. And they run into like this farming community where there's people in villages that, I don't know, have some cows and growing crops and just living off the land. And they're trying to talk to them to figure out, like, where did the high-tech people go? And see, and I can't remember the name of it or who wrote it. Spoiler alert. But at the end, it ended up that the super most advanced technological race figured out that they were too immature for their gifts, and they figured out what was important to them, which was getting in touch with the simplicity of life and the natural rhythm, and they didn't need all that tech, and they just walked away from the city and started just getting back to the mystery and the miracle. So in some ways, modern civilization has really taken us out of the mystery and the miracle. Our minds are narrowly focused with social media and all this entertainment, and all, people really are biohacking and, hacking this and hacking, bam, 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 bam. We're going to maximize ourselves. And I love all that stuff. I think it's great. But if our end goal is to like, gotta get, I gotta go here, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do all these things, then, if you have time for contemplation on your deathbed, when if you were ill or terminally ill, there's a chance that those of us who just go, I gotta be better, I gotta be better, I gotta be better, I gotta be better, there's a chance that we may wish that we didn't miss the mystery and the magic of life. We may realize, oh, that was what was important. That's what was important. Look, I barometer, is that the right? I don't know. The canary in the coal mine for me, whatever the signal for me is when I go and hang out with my sons, right? I'm here in the office, just a doorway. My sons, but I have to do things throughout the day. I work some, I do this, I do that. And when I go sit with them, if I'm thinking about this project I got to do, or my frustration with something, or anything besides, gosh, these kids are amazing. If I'm not just present, it's just this little signal to me, like, hey, you need to deal with what's going on with you so you can get back to the present. I've already done a video on this. Of course, that is the present moment. My upset is the present, but I'm just meaning if I'm not seeing the beauty of my sons, and that's as a father, that's what I'd like to. I don't think I want to be a father that looks back and realizes, yeah, I was around my sons, but I was always thinking about work. I was always thinking about this thing or the other thing or this goal or this dream. So I like to use that as an example to say, hey, what's your priority? What's Chuck? What's your priority right now? I'm sure I'll make another video about something like this, but basically, my breath, what I can see, what I can hear, what I can smell, what I can taste, sensations on my skin and in my body, my sense of touch. Those all help me connect to my heart and what's going on right here, right now. I read a book by, I'm going to say his name wrong. I didn't know I was going to talk about him, or I would have looked it up, but Gabor Mate. Apologies ahead of time. Well, I don't know if I actually read the book, but I watched a video about him talking about the book. We do have the book, and my wife read it. Basically, he was saying, what do your kids need? Is it the highest tech? Is it you thinking about learning moments and fun activities? Is it really cool toys and a stack of books? It's like for the first 3 to 6 years, all they want you to do is be present with them. They just want you to be in the room with them. So physically present and then mentally and emotionally present. Of course, I can't always be. If I have a worry or a concern, or if I got something blew up at work and I'm unable to realize in the moment, it'll get fixed. It always does. That's okay. That's just my lean into. And so the mystery and the magic of life. Highly recommended to slow down a little and just pay attention. Pay attention. Bugs and bees, and if you got kids, if you can be around any kids, or if you have any dogs, follow their lead. Follow their lead. I had a dog named Susie she was a wild child. She was a hyper cattle dog, and I didn't know she was when I got her from the pound, but that was when I was really depressed, and I would take her for walks, and it took years, but eventually I started catching on. She's a lot more advanced than I am. I'm on a walk and I'm thinking about my boss and this sad thing and my childhood and this thing I don't like and this thing I want and this other thing. And she's sniffing and peeing and barking and was chased stuff. She's having a great time. She's having a great time, and I'm lost. And I started being like, I got to pay attention to her. I got to follow my dog's lead. You can do that with toddlers. You can do that with little kids. You can do that with babies. Just watch them and be like, oh, yeah, I want to be more like that. All right, well, lots of love. I'm sure I'll see you again real soon. Feel free to comment below. I know I should probably mention that sooner in these videos, but I'm caught up in what I have to say. But I definitely read the comments and would love to hear your thoughts on the mysteries and miracle of just simply being alive.